Hello, and welcome to the Trajikast podcast here on GoldenPiDgeon Gaming. My name is MacLeod. It's been some shit going on, y'all. It's been a lot of shit. Use my language, but if you know me, this is the language that I use. We've had misinformation on the coronavirus that we've had for a while. States are now opening up all across the country. Florida's part of it. Florida being part of it. We've had several racial incidents, and it's just been a lot of shit going on. First things first, we have the coronavirus, and we have states opening up because people are bored of being inside without stuff to do. I know I talked a little bit on this last time. I know I talked a little bit about this last time about people wanting to be out and things like that, but you know, it's just strange. The same people, I'm just gonna assume that it's the same people who complain about millennials and things like that, and people like that saying that they're soft, talking about that this country once had the greatest generation, and literally everybody's asking you to do nothing, and that bothers you, and it bothers a lot of people, where they'll sit there and attack the police. How respectful that is to attack the police for just, doing their job. Of course, not a lot of Blue Lives Matter people out there right now saying that they're wrong for doing it. So I guess personally, it's just funny to me that now, you can literally spit on officers with a deadly disease now, and everybody's fighting with it. Talk back to them, get fired. But not nowadays, no, because people need their hair done and all this other stuff. And I can understand what some people are saying, that they want to get back to work. Cool, fine, but going back to work kills people. Like, you have to be around people, and people are the thing that's killing people. Like, I'm sorry for you, but what's the worth of $1 when you're dead? You can't make money after you're dead. It's just real interesting to me. That's from the employers, the small businesses that we're supposed to be taking care of, that everybody has been talking about in every election. And strangely enough, no one did, because here it is. All the small businesses have to go back to work to make any money, and they haven't made a profit to be able to, hold off, and they may go under. Like, absolutely. If they don't go back to work, it's just an amazing thing. Get back to work. They have to get back to work. They have money come in. Problem is, people that are coming in, you don't know if they're sick or not. So these mom and pop shops are not equipped to stop people who have coronavirus from coming in, to stop that person from coming in and getting everybody sick. Because once that person comes in, I'm not saying that these places are not clean or anything like that, but if you were taking this seriously, and your health was a higher priority than $1, then you wouldn't want to be around anybody right now, because you come in there sniffling and what's going, all this other stuff, and you can get in contact with people. And I think that rate of people getting sick is going to go back up. This hasn't gone down. It hasn't gone down, because everybody's like, flatten the curve. That was a thing when all this got started. Flatten the curve, and we haven't gotten there yet. Nobody has declared that the curve has been flattened. We haven't gotten there yet at all over the country. And now people are mingling now more than ever. Just because civil unrest. Civil unrest. And this is the thing that they want. This is the thing that some people want, and they're going to get it, and it seems like this is going to be the thing to go on. I just saw something today, as I'm recording this, that recently there was Mother's Day, and on Mother's eat out. Do you really want the food after that? Mind you, this woman wanted a refund. It's already bad enough. And the reason why I say this is, because I go through a similar thing. I go see my kids like every so often with, I get the money to get on the road. Car is not working out right now, so I can see them doing this thing. But usually it's time, around Father's Day. My baby mama loves to take this time to give her this time. No. I think it is about this time that she loves to go out and she wants to do something special, which is the worst time because everybody's out somewhere. And there's been several times whether it's been on spring break or not Mother's Day, but it was Father's Day, going around each other, that if the place is just packed and she wants to go out and go eat. And that's on a holiday nobody really gives a damn about. It's Father's Day, But this is Mother's Day, and people feel so entitled, and it was just horrible. I've seen pictures. Watched a video by Philip and Franklin, and there's like you're still supposed to be social distancing, even though the state, the country is still like, even though like everything is opening up, you're still supposed to be social distancing. But people are jam packed on each other, trying to go get cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster. Like, really? Cheddar biscuits you really need to like this. I've seen only a little bit of it, personally, when the other years of seeing stuff packed, but to totally disregard that there's a disease out there killing people, so there's a virus that wants to get into your body and fuck you up. It's just amazing that you want this little piece of Americana or whatever it is, to go out and go get the cheddar biscuits and go back home. And then these people are out here putting their lives on the line because they are just having people in their face all the entire time that you don't know. Like, no one has a thermometer at the door and say, well, if you have a fever, you can't come in, you can't come get it. And worse yet, what if somebody did have it and they're just surrounded by people trying to get in for the cheddar biscuits? Really? Come on, man. I can't see it. I really can't see it. It's a wild thing. And for some odd reason, just for a couple of weeks, the news was clear. We didn't hear about the bullshit that was going on. And as soon as they said you can go outside, here comes some bullshit on the racial front. We've had several cops beating up people because they wasn't wearing a mask. Not that serious, bro. I mean, people just getting wailed on like this is like New York and other places where they're just getting beat up for not wearing a mask. I mean, I don't even know what to say, because I'm almost numb to it, for the simple fact, that I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Some crime, some where all things being even, I don't think this would happen to anybody that wasn't black. But yet and still, here it is, cops just throwing folks on the ground because they're not wearing a mask and beating them up and arresting them. Like, for real? I mean, come on, are you really taking it that seriously? Are the cops really taking that seriously? I mean, no. No, it shouldn't even be like that. You give a verbal warning and tell them to scatter. That should be it. That should be it. But no, they just getting beat up. And a couple of weeks before that, there was this doctor, white doctor, and he sees this group of teenagers, females, all females, about 7 of them out there. And he got mad he went social distancing. But you know what he does? They're like, you need to go away because, old man, young women, teenagers, whatever, that's never a good formula to begin with. Never a good formula to begin with. But yet and still, he makes not a beeline. He marches through this group of teenagers, most of them white, one black chick. You see where the story's going. He pushes all the white folks out of the way. The black girl, who's not paying any attention to him, he then sits on her neck. And it's just wild to even think about it. Like, he pushes everybody's out the way, like, get away from me, 6 feet distance. But you're still approaching all of these teenagers just to get to the black chick. Just to get to the black one. The black friend on all these white friends. You're going after that one. That was insane. And then we just, in Georgia, this dirty South, just had a guy, Aubrey. Shoot, I forget his name now. I forget his name. So many people dying like crazy out there. His first name was Aubrey. Alfred Jock. He ended up getting shot by 2 to 3 people chasing him down, and they accused him of stealing, but they didn't find anything on him. I mean, you know the rule. If you think a black person do something, make sure you have some crack on you. You should just sprinkle them back afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Say like, well, he had crack on him. He was going crazy. We had to shoot him. And they had it not on dash cam, not on the cop cam, or what you call it. One dude drove up on him with a video rolling and recorded the man dying. I don't know what to say. It's just, I don't know. It's like you was cuked up all this time, and all you want to go out there and go beat up black folks? Really? Come on, man. And this is, you know what? You think that the races are probably to be the thing, but I just realized something as I'm recording this. That wasn't it a couple of months before this COVID-19 thing that there were videos going around of people drinking out of bottles and licking ice cream and all this other stuff before the coronavirus popped up? There was even people. There was even people doing this after the coronavirus was a big thing. They were like, well, I got it, so I'm just going to lick the ice cream and I'm just going to sneeze over all this vegetables and what you call it. It's wild, crazy, insane outfit. But back to the racism thing. I can't even really put it into words because there was something that I wanted to do for racism. And I guess I get into it now. I wanted to have what I was going to say be more, polished. More polished. But I think to the average person, I think people are better empathize with someone who has cancer than someone who has gone through racism. Now it sounds crazy that cancer is an easier thing to deal with than racism, but especially in this country it is. You get cancer, brain cancer, pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Those things are, you know what it is. You go jaundice, you lose your hair, and you see it and you know it, and you know the person's going through something. They got to go through the chemotherapy, they're losing their hair, they're getting sick, and you empathize with the person like, oh my goodness, you're just trying to do everything you can to survive. When it comes to racism, can't relate to it. Because for some reason, there's some instances of racism where, people just don't recognize it and refuse to recognize it because it comes from a place where they feel had the right to do it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the police or whatnot. But also, they can't relate to it because it doesn't happen to them. There's not a special word out there. There was a thing a couple of weeks back where Karen was supposed to be the new N-word. Seriously? I can say Karen. Can you say the N-word? I can say Karen all day. Say the N-word, please. Please. Please, say the N-word. See the difference? There's a huge difference in that. To be made to feel less than a person, for racial identity is bad. And it's some things that people just don't understand, especially when that racism is included with authority. When there's this thing that that has been established in society and it's used in a way and it's always used to the black people. People would just be like, well, that's the authority, that's how it's supposed to be. This Aubrey, this guy just out on a run. He was shot or whatever, and he was shot by a former cop. So I guess he was itching to get back on a job. I don't know. Shot by a former cop. A couple of prosecutors had to recuse themselves because they knew this guy so well, the former officer. They knew him so well, so they couldn't be unbiased in charging him. It's just, and they said he looked like somebody. Notice how every time they always say he looked like somebody, there's no evidence of what the person they was looking like, the person they was looking for looked like, as compared to the person they just fucking killed. There's no sketch, no what color. Like, well, we thought he looked like the guy that it was, but we don't know what that guy looked like. What? Amazing. But people are cool with it because some people are cool with this man dying because he might have done something. It doesn't matter. He could have done something. Did he do something? And no matter what it was, it didn't mean that he had to lose his life. Not at all. That shouldn't have even been an option. It is just amazing that nothing can be solved anymore. All these people with guns and nobody's accurate with any of them. Well, accurate to the point that you can get to kill the person, but there's no way to wound or anything like that, and there's no technology out there. I always thought that it would be technology now that you can arrest somebody and just like, wouldn't even have to, pull a gun or anything like that, and everybody be safe. You know what I'm saying? Even though the other person have a gun, technology would be out there to do it. Like, where's the goo balls? The goo balls from The Incredibles. Remember that? All the fucking goo balls. Stick your arm up and what you call it, can't pull a gun. That should be how it is. I want my goo balls. Maybe we can save lives, but they probably don't want to do it because it'll save too many lives. It's just the weird thing on the racism. Like I said, I'm almost numb to it because why do I have to explain it? You should know it. You should know it. You should see it. It should be palpable to you now. I always put it, well, I don't always put it, but I'll ask this question. Who's the broke black person would you want to be? You really can think about it. Anybody ask the question like, what black person you want to be? They'll choose somebody rich. But who's the broke black person you want to be? There should be some normal person out there that you say that life is a life that should be led. Can anybody really think about it? Of course, if I was asked the other way, what poor white person I want to be? Dylan Roof. He shot, what was it, 6 people in a church and got Burger King. There was a video of a guy, a different guy. He beat the fuck out of 2 police officers, then drove off in their car like it was GTA. Just beat the shit out of them. And the cops didn't pull their gun. They're getting beat. And they said, no, we're not gonna pull our gun. Oh, he took off with the car. Why couldn't I be? I wish I can do that. I wish I can do that. They caught him. Yeah, he went to jail, but he's alive. And you can say his entire life, he took out 2 cops. 2, not 1, 2. 2 cops. And took off in that car. There's another guy just berating this scene. This is an old video of a guy, and he just took the ticket, balls it up, and throws it in the police officer's face. It was a sheriff's officer at that. Throws it in his face. He went home. After that. The sheriff said, pick up the paper, I'm gonna give you another ticket. He picked up the paper and let him go home. It's amazing. I wish I could be that poor white person. That's what I wish I could do. And everything turned, well, Dylan Roof didn't turn out okay. Like I don't even think he's been convicted yet. I don't even think they even had his fucking trial yet, Dylan Roof. To say how many years he got, he should have, I hope he would have gotten life, but don't even know what he's got. The guy who punched the 2 police officers, I think he got 12 years. Yeah, I think he got 12 years. The old video is like 1980 something. How old that video is? Well, he went home. They're laughing about it because the video that I saw was on a television show talking about police craziest videos, and the dude went home. And the police officer was laughing about it. Police officer was laughing about it. He was laughing at it as he was getting in his car. Yeah, I've seen it go the other way. I've seen it go the way where they get arrested and then get fired from their job. That's just me. That's just me. And golly, racism isn't the top thing. There have been people striking out as of late. There have been a lot of people dying. Roy Horn from 6 Feet and Roy. Little Richard. Andre Harrell passed away. Who's the other guy? Betty Wright. Betty Wright passed away. And Double Rainbow Guy. He passed away. Oh, we just lost, what you call it? You're telling me there's no more room in De Boca Vista? Jerry Steinfeld no, not Jerry Steinfeld, Jerry Stiller. Jerry Stiller. Ben Stiller's dad. He passed away. Jerry Stiller was on Seinfeld. That's how that goes. Jerry Stiller was on Seinfeld. He passed away recently. And it's a lot of death out. Roy, he died from coronavirus. Little Richard, natural causes. Andre Harrell, I don't know. But I think he was just like 46 or something like that. 46. He wasn't that old. And he passed away. I think he was either 46 or close to his 50s, which is close to my age, which is definitely scary. He passed away. Jerry Stiller, old age, natural causes. Betty Wright, she passed away. I want to say natural causes. I don't know the coronavirus. Excuse me. I'm just gonna say it was natural causes. But it's just so much stuff going on, and I wish I can go in depth, but there's a lot more to a lot of this that we're going to be talking over the next couple of weeks. But if you didn't know about this is it. The Double Rainbow Guy was the one that got me, which I don't want to say like death is funny or anything like that, but out of all the things, out of all the happiness, and it's just like that was 2020 right there. Where it's just like, not even talking about the murder hornets, but Double Rainbow Guy, and he was so happy to see that double rainbow, and now he's gone. We can't even look at that. Well, we can still see the video, but he's not here. To say it and profit off of it or whatever it is. The Double Rainbow Guy is gone, along with the other ones. I mean, it's 2020 is the motherfucker, man. That's just bottom line. That's a motherfucker. Yeah. Wow. It's just been depressing. It's been depressing to talk about. But I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for coming out to the Trajikast podcast here on Broken Path Gaming. My name is Travis Stott, and until next time, thank you. Be safe out there. Stay the hell away from everybody. 6 feet, people. 6 feet.